Intuition, the great paradox. People always say, trust your intuition, right? But can you always do that safely? My unclear answer to that is yes and no. You have to recognize the mechanism of life to understand how life can be navigated. When a person has experienced a lot of trauma, their body frequency vibrates like an unhealed signal. A. Emotions. What are people often doing? They suppress the signal because it is unpleasant or painful. After all, our time in our life is precious and should not only be endured, you should rather thrive. Unfortunately, this is a sign that you are rejecting your intuition. It means you are rejecting your nature because it seeks healing and improvement. Just as your body fights to keep you physically alive, your intuition fights to move you toward emotional healing. So what happens when you reject this crucial part of yourself? You numb your perception, your intuition. Burying the pain means burying your intuition. What is dangerous about this? The vibration of your energy field emits a frequency that says, I don't need clarity. I'm holding on to the pain. I'm holding on to the old, your trauma. Life, the divine, or even God, who would actually like to send you into better life situations, is blocked. The love, help, or protection you need is partially paralyzed. The message is, I prefer pain instead of love, healing. To keep it simple, this means that only people who reflect your inner pain enter your life. And since you reject your intuition, you do not recognize the warning signs or even ignore them. This means that the only solution is to look in the mirror and allow the pain to be seen and felt, thereby healing it and finally seeing yourself for who you really are, as you were always supposed to be, with love and beauty. To strengthen your intuition, you must A. allow yourself to feel your emotions, and B. learn to reflect your behavior and attitude. It also means that you must detach yourself from the people who have caused you trauma, because otherwise it is another signal that you have not learned your lessons and that new lessons are coming. Even if something has been learned, there will be 1 or 2 tests to check just to be sure whether you have really understood emotionally that you deserve better. B. The thought patterns. The key is to be like a detective, writing down your own thought patterns once they are clearly recognized. For example, I want a healthy relationship, but my emotions tell me I don't trust people. What may happen is that even if you meet someone you like and they meet your basic expectations, you will subconsciously sabotage the situation. You will subconsciously feel comfortable in toxic situations because of the unhealed patterns. So when you recognize sabotaging thoughts, write them down and try to control your behavior. This means in this unhealed state of being, your mind is currently working against you because it wants to protect you from all dangers, even the ones that don't exist, until you heal and your intuition becomes stronger than your intellect. There are even some studies that show, even if you don't have problems, that your mind will constantly create new ones because it analyzes danger constantly. Meditation and self-regulation are the keys. Here are some real-life stories that happened where the intuition is in a semi-conscious versus conscious state. Circles of acquaintances, proximity. Story 1. 3 people decide to smoke weed. It's their first time. Person B is the only one who's friends with persons A and C. A and C don't know each other. The joint is the first one smoked. It's passed around several times. While B and C handle the dose perfectly, person A notices she's already feeling the effects and tells her friend B. B doesn't understand and says it's impossible to feel the effects that quickly and that A shouldn't make a fuss about it. This continues for 2 or 3 rounds until the hash brownie is next. A knows that she doesn't want any more, but for some reason B is very stubborn and persuades her to take just one bite. After that, she stops. The next few hours are almost impossible to reconstruct, as A has her first and only blackout in her life, where she vomits all night. Vacation in Spain. Activated function of the intuition after some healing has been completed. Two male colleagues try to persuade a female colleague to join them on vacation. Although the three of them always have a good time together, the female colleague gets a feeling something's wrong. She mentions that she doesn't drink and has little interest in alcohol. One of the male colleagues, who is younger than her, with whom she discusses this, says it's not really a vacation, but she senses that he's pressuring her. She desperately needs the vacation and some fun, but her instinct says no. Weeks later, she randomly mentions the vacation to the younger colleague, and since he'd forgotten what he'd pretended to her, he starts babbling. Oh, the vacation was just a big binge drinking session with all the nonsense and sex. He was really happy. And that's when she knew. People, men and women, will say anything to get their way. Most people are truly selfish, and that's something you need to keep in mind. Most people wear a mask and don't know who they are beneath the surface, and those are the most dangerous ones. C. The picture post. When somebody is in a heightened state of intuition. Two sisters. The older one is shy and the younger one is wild. The older sister has an Instagram account and shows her younger sister a picture she wants to post, which is, well, sexy. The younger sister is thrilled and replies, yes, go for it. But the older sister gets a very bad feeling about her response. She thinks about it and decides to follow her gut feeling and not post the picture. In the following weeks, the younger sister keeps asking her older sister about the photo and urging her to post it. The requests irritate the older sister, especially after she feels pressured. In the following years, the older sister witnesses everyone turning against her. Her family and friends all behave very strangely. After years of trying to understand and to mend some of the relationships, she finally gives up and distances herself from the family dynamic, even cousins that seem to be involved. Her intuition tells her that her younger sister is spreading rumors about her, and even the middle sister is acting strangely. Before the older sister cuts the younger sister out of her life, the younger one, without even asking what's wrong, approaches the older sister to apologize after a brief family conversation on the phone. Imagine there has never been spoken about anything because the older sister had no evidence. But the false attempt of an apology, without saying what she has done, is the final proof for the older sister. The damage has been done and the relationship is irreparable. For your understanding, the spreading of rumors was just one part of their relationship. The younger sister had done all her life things to the older sister, but she kept boiling it down because no one in the family has ever supported her. This was the final breaking point. The older sister promised herself that in the future, she will listen to her gut feeling, no matter how strange it may seem. The last topic. And here is the case where most people fail the test with their intuition. We have to understand that the people of this planet are on different missions and frequencies, and even our souls are different because of the level of their evolution or rank. So where most people fail with their intuition is if they encounter a high vibrational soul. And nowadays you will encounter more and more of them. They get triggered. The light is too much to handle and the ego gets activated and wants to fight off the light in others. I can tell you one thing. If you react to the triggers towards a person who carries light and happiness and softness, you will add up to your karma endlessly. The divine is at a point where it does not accept misbehavior against pure souls, and it does not care if you have a bad day. Most of the time, your ego will tell you they are odd, weird, or different, and it will lead you to dismiss them. I am officially warning everyone. There is no excuse for being an asshole, never. If a person triggers you without doing anything to you, being kind, caring, and loving, and you feel subconsciously less than them, which means you can't operate on that frequency, then you have to heal that part of yours and don't get mad by projecting at them. Don't enhance darkness in this world because we have enough of it already. If a person is pissing you off for no reason, then please seek help because the karma rebound will amplify, and it's up to you to be a better person, even if it's hard.